reading and Rachel sitting there quiet. So we want to talk about, generally, what it is to understand a woman. And when we do that, a story comes to mind. There was once a man who really didn't have great luck in life. He wasn't financially savvy, and wasn't very good with women. He had 2 divorces and couldn't keep a girlfriend, and never really got to see the world because he was afraid to fly. So one day, while walking on the beach, he decided to ask God for help. At that moment, God appeared to him and said, "My son, all these years you've ignored me, but finally, you acknowledged me as God. I know you had a tough life, but because of your faith in me at this moment, I will grant you any one wish that you want right now." The man thought and replied, "God, thank you for this. God, I never got to see the world because I was afraid of flying. But what I would like for you to do is build me a highway to Hawaii. That way, I can drive all the way there with the top down and the wind in my face, and finally get to see a different part of the beautiful world that you put together." God thought for a minute and replied back to him, "My son, I'm afraid this request is just not possible. Do you understand the resources involved in an undertaking like this? Do you understand how many thousands of tons of materials it would take to do something like this? Do you know how many people it would take to accomplish a task of this nation? I'm sorry. This is just too complicated. You need to ask for something else." So the man thought for a second. "I'm sorry, God, I understand. But I have thought of something else. God, you know I've had trouble with women in the past. I've had a couple of divorces and I can't even keep a girlfriend. What I would really want from you is to understand the nuances of a woman. I want to know the things that make a woman happy. I want to know the things that make a woman sad. How can I keep a woman from crying? Lord, I want you to teach me the subtleties of really getting to understand a woman." And then God thought for a moment and said, "Son, do you want that road 2 lanes or 4? Good luck, Josh. Good luck with that, bro.
And of course, for our last feat of excellence, we'd like to recite a poem that me and my brother Cecil wrote about what it was like to grow up with Ebby and Josh. Right? It was 1978.
For his first appointment, he was already late.
He made it out. Before our parents, he bought mad joy.
The doctor looked at him and said, "He's
going to be a bad boy." A bad boy he was, it was ultimately clear.
Mom and Dad can attest to this over the next few years.
He was really thrilled in 1980
and 83. And this is when he learned to say, "Hey, what about me?"
Growing up with Ebby was not easy because he always knew how to set the bar.
Between student of the month and being an altar boy, keeping up was freaking hard.
But we admired my brother because we strived to be just like him.
So we hated the fact that he got so fat while we remained so slim.
His antics and schemes were that of a criminal mastermind.
Someone to match up with his skills was very hard to find.
For instance, he would tell my mom about these Stony Brook labs on Friday night.
Then we would say, "Stony Brook labs? That doesn't quite sound right."
Studying on a Friday night? I didn't know that's what everyone did.
Then he would say, "Hey, no one's talking to you. Shut your mouth, stupid."
His attitude and behavior was like shiny diamonds and milky pearls.
But little did Mom and Dad know, he was coming home with a white girl.
And then we met Rachel. Pleasant, cute, sweet, and quiet are all words that describe her.
Little did she know, we were thinking, this girl's gonna get tortured.
In our first discussion, we talked about politics, history, and everything else beyond.
After that conversation, we realized this girl's definitely blonde.
So Rachel, you want to try some Indian food tonight?
Oh, spicy food makes me so queasy. I'm just gonna sit here and drink my coffee. What are you still doing here? Leave me alone! Go away! Just leave me alone!
Wait, Rachel, you want to try some Indian?
Like, take me back to New York! I'm stopping now!
So you're probably thinking, why was Rachel attracted to Ebbie at all?
Well, my friends, it's really quite simple. The answer is alcohol.
As Rachel can agree, Ebbie's charm is not so simple.
The lines and looks, maybe she can pass, but who can resist those dimples?
We were so happy, big bro. You found your wife. You're finally enjoying your wedding day.
To be honest, we thought this day would never come.
Because we both thought you were gay. So Ebbie and Rachel, when you look at each other, we can tell that love is in the air.
And when we see what you guys, it's something, when we see what you guys have, it's something that we can all hope that we can share.
Everything that proceeded to bring us to this day, it's all in the past.
With your strong love and amazing future together, I'd like to raise my glass.
Our glass.
Everybody, please raise their glasses and join Bobby and I in toasting Ebbie and Rachel to their amazing love and their amazing future together. I'd like to make a toast. So, cheers.